Hey Gemini, welcome. I am Meredith and I am here with a reading for Mercury retrograde. Specifically, we're focused on how the Mercury retrograde is blessing you. Yes, because really what do we hear when those words are uttered? Mercury is in retrograde. Everybody goes right to, well, communication becomes challenging. Things tend to go a little nuts and haywire. However, what's the positive purpose of Mercury in retrograde? What are the blessings that it's bringing? So at the time of this reading, the retrograde officially began yesterday. I know we were all feeling it ahead of that. It will conclude on the 14th of May. On Thursday the 20th, we had a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, and then the sun shifted signs into Taurus. So now it is Taurus season. And at the time of this reading, with the sun in Taurus, the moon is in Gemini, and we're tuning into how retrograde is going to make a positive influence on your life. So, Witch's Tarot, a couple of other oracle decks we'll get to in the reading. Your first card is, ooh, look at you, Libra, with the Ace of Wands. This means you're fired up. It's a divine and cosmic gift of creative flow, dynamic movement, expressing one's impassioned opinions. This is a card of fertility and vitality as well. So there may be a nice little spring in your step, Libra, as you embark on an adventure, because this card can also indicate that you are taking steps toward a brand new beginning in some aspect of your life. Then we have, look at this, a consecutive card. We have the Two of Wands. So you're making progress in some arena of your world and your sphere of influence. The Two of Wands message is stepping through a gateway or across a threshold to a whole new fresh start, a new beginning, a whole new worldview even. So Libra, you have an interest in using your dynamic life force energy in a way that, my feeling, you've been dreaming about for a while. There's a theme that has come out of these cards in the retrograde readings, and that's one of them, that people are embarking on a journey and they are exploring life in a way that they perhaps did not allow themselves to at another time. Maybe there was welcome obligation, maybe many of us have had young families and we weren't able to go off and do some of the things that we were dreaming about doing because our kids were so young, or something of that nature. Or we're embarking on new aspects of our career, perhaps even making a career change and doing something that we always dreamed of doing, leaving that 9 to 5 working in a cubicle farm type of situation and becoming an entrepreneur, a sole proprietor, owning your own business and putting your art out into the world in a way that really fulfills and satisfies you. So there's a whole new opportunity here on offer to you, and I feel like you're already taking advantage of that energy. Then you have, look at this. Here's the Judgment card. And look at this too. Look at that card. It looks like the eclipse, doesn't it? Yeah. Thursday's eclipse energy, karma. And the Judgment card is all about answering a calling. And it's about resurrecting energies that can be of service to us now. Perhaps we couldn't go all the way with certain ideas and inspirations that we had at another time, and I'm feeling that's our past. And the atmosphere, the energy atmosphere is ripe and receptive to what we have to offer now, which is why we are in motion, why we are in momentum, and why we're tapping our creative passion and bringing that out into the light of day. Coming with this card is the Four of Cups. What a beauty. I know that the traditional meaning of this card is apathy. It's kind of a a ho-hum definition. It's like the morning after the night before, as in the party is over, and now all I can do is reminisce about that good time, and when is that next good time coming? I feel differently about this card though. So I do want to at least call out the traditional meaning of this card in case it has relevance to you in the here and now. My intuitive read on this card has everything to do with taking a time out to count one's blessings and savor and cherish what has already come to pass. And when we are in that energy of appreciation and gratitude, more comes our way. So that's the fourth cup that we don't see coming on this card. It's a surprise and a delight that comes to us from the universe. And I feel it's very connected to this Judgment card. So events may be unfolding in your world right now, Libra, where you have fresh inspiration for some old ideas or some old endeavors. And as you take steps in the direction of exploring, bringing those inspirations and ideas into fulfillment, the universe really helps you, and you get a surprise boost of energy, Ace of Wands, to this seemingly back-burnered, out-of-date idea that you had a while back. It's now much more relevant, and that surprises you. Next, we have, look at this, the World, which is the reward of prior investment. So it's the reward of everything that you've been putting into your journey. And I feel so connected to, and these are consecutive cards as well, Judgment and the World. These are the last two cards in the major arcana. So you've got progression over here, you got progress here, you got progress over here as well. And what's in the middle but a surprise and a delight that you don't necessarily see coming, and that comes in the form of reward, of choosing to live your dream, to go after your dream. No matter how long it has been in evolution, no matter how long it's been on the back burner, it's relevant now. Coming with the World is the Three of Cups. This is a card of celebration. So there's a connection here with the Four of Cups, more progress as well. In the Ace and the Two, in Judgment in the World, in the Three and the Four. See, Libra, you're moving along and you're seeing progress in places where perhaps you've just seen or felt or perceived stagnation. Isn't that exciting? What I feel is the raw enthusiasm that you once had when an idea was first born in your heart mind, and then there's this slow ebb over years where that idea and the excited anticipation sort of fizzled out, and here's this reinvigorated inspiration for this old idea, this old calling. It now it's like a banging drum in your environment. You cannot ignore it. Next, you have the Eight of Swords. There's a mental trap there, but you're moving beyond it, because eights in tarot are all about momentum. And in this particular card, the person that is supposedly trapped in those swords, her hands are tied, her body's tied, actually. And she's got a blindfold on, but this is not something she can't get out of, right? And as soon as she does, she'll pull the blindfold off. She'll also see she's not trapped by those swords or within that circle of swords. She's actually free. So what I'm sensing here is that you are setting free your creative and divine inspiration that you've long been cultivating. Yeah. And then look at this. And then it comes with another ace. You start your reading with an ace, and your final card in the upper part of the reading is also an ace. This is a card of great love. And that's where it's at for you, Libra. You're one of the most loving signs, actually. And no one talks about that enough in terms of Libra. They always talk about Libra's harmony and balance and keeping the scales balanced. Libra is a great love and a great lover of life. And you are being met in just that energy here with these aces. You are being inspired, reinvigorated to bring your dream to the world. So go for it. Whatever that dream is for you, perhaps it's the artwork that you've been, dabbling with for years, and then you find out you have enough for a gallery presentation, right? Surprise yourself. It could be anything. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. And what I want to re-emphasize here is this is energy that's taking shape within the retrograde. So some of this may not be immediately obvious to you right here and now, though it will come to light as the retrograde marches on. Bottom of the deck, coming out of the unseen, we now have the Ten of Swords. This is a card of self-mastery, and tens in tarot are all about fulfillment. So I like that we've got the Eight of Swords over here. This speaks to the momentum and the energy required for you to free yourself, perhaps from an old way of thinking, by answering an inner calling of your true nature, so that you can celebrate, Three of Cups, your life, your world, the World card, in a way that is much more satisfying and fulfilling to you. And I feel like this Ten of Swords is you leaving something behind. This card is referred to as the Fallen Master. So when you read about tarot and you learn about the cards, you learn that the master gets up. I know it looks dire. It looks really graphically difficult here on this card, doesn't it? And so the tendency is to stay put, to prevent any further injury, and yet you cannot stay put. This is the feeling I've got with the change in career, or maybe even change in relationship. Let's go to the career route. Like, you can't do the cubicle farm life anymore. You must follow your art. You must follow your true nature and bring to light, Judgment card, what you have been cultivating behind the scenes, what I feel for many years. And that's how you fulfill and live your dream. Okay, next. And it could be the same in relationship. I don't want to ignore that either. Libra, you may have found yourself in a relationship where you're on friendly terms, which is wonderful. The scales are balanced, but it's just that they're balanced. And I am in favor of balance. I am in favor of harmony. I am also in favor of living our wild, untamed spirit. And I'm sensing that if it's a relationship issue, that aspect is not fully welcomed or celebrated. And you're not satisfied with that. Yeah. So you want to make some change in relationship. It doesn't mean it has to come to an end. It means that you might need to renegotiate terms with your beloved. Okay, next you have, look at that, the Queen of Swords. One of the qualities that I love so much about this queen is that she's a no-nonsense chick. So this is divine feminine self-mastery here. She means what she says, and she says what she means. She doesn't sugarcoat it. She doesn't slap some lipstick on it and try to make it look or sound any prettier than it really is. She tells you the truth. And that's what I feel has happened here, Libra. You've reached an inner truth that cannot live behind the scenes, below the surface. It needs to be spoken out loud, celebrated, Three of Cups, and lived out loud. Yeah. Then we have the Emperor. These are two really powerful cards facing off to one another. The Emperor, all four kings rolled into one being, the know-it-all. He has the nickname of the know-it-all, though for good reason, because he's experienced it all. So he has a tremendous knowledge base. So you're tapping your own knowledge base. You know, your inner knowing tells you that your fire requires expressing. You cannot live stifled with something any longer. Then you have the Fool. It's going to take a leap of faith on your part, and you're going to have to come to terms with yourself about consequences. What are the consequences of my making this change? What are the consequences of my not making this change? Can I live with them? You will be very shrewd about that, because you have the Queen, and you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Emperor. And then a journey. Eight of Cups, also the Eclipse card here. You're moving from good circumstances to even better circumstances. So if you've got to renegotiate terms in an existing relationship, or you've got to renegotiate terms in an existing career so that you've got space and you can make way for living your wild, untamed, free-spirited self, you will be doing that. And by doing that, you will upgrade your life experience and you will live much more contentedly and happy, because you are the great masterful manifester magician of your life. No one else is going to do it for you. So you're all about bringing heaven to earth here. You have the tools that you need to do it. And what is required now is an ounce of your will in that direction, in the direction of fulfilling your dream. And the magician is here to confirm that. Oh, how beautiful. All right, we're going to move on to the tea leaf oracle cards. Getting a kick out of this deck. It is so fun to attempt to shuffle these 200 cards. Anyway, what we're tuning into is what the tea leaves have to say about your experience of Mercury retrograde. Okay. Falling out of the deck, the first card, oh, there's 3 of them here. The first one is fan. Romance, celebration, party. Yeah, remember, you are the greatest love of your own life. You are the greatest romancer of your own self. So how are you in connection with your inner romantic? Is that being expressed? Remember, your sign is ruled by Venus. You're all about the love. So is your love getting the full expression that it requires, or that is judgment calling to you at this time? If not, you're about to take some steps to make that happen. Then you have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. That card for me is stay mindful of the naysayers. So if you're sharing what some of your ideas are and you're being met with, well, are you really sure? And do you think it's prudent at this time for you to go off and do this thing now? And you're hearing that tone from other people. Is that tone now influencing you? Are you choosing not to go after your dream because other people don't find favor with it? Remember that if you've got some naysayers around you, it's only because they're not daring to take action on their own dream. And they may be projecting in your direction. So stay present with that and be mindful with whom you share these beautiful ideas out of your heart space. And then we have bull. Yeah, and it's Taurus season. And I'm reminded of the Queen. No bullshit. She doesn't tolerate it. Okay. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Exactly. Especially if you're hearing from a naysayer. Stay strong. Stay strong with your vision and your dream and stop the conversation. If you are not being met with receptivity or encouragement or, hey, pat on the back, what a great idea, Libra. Woo! I'm in your fan club. I'm a cheerleader. If you're not hearing that, then whatever you're sharing is falling on deaf ears. Next. Door. Opportunities are awaiting you. Yeah, that's confirming our beautiful Ace of Pentacles. Doors of opportunity are opening for you. Then we have wishbone. A wish is granted. I feel like one more. Yeah, we'll do one more. Yeah, this wish is the dream that you've been cultivating in your heart space for however long you've been doing that. Wheel. Feels like a long time. indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And perhaps that's where you were. And retrograde is going to reveal for you where things have been rambling along aimlessly. And once you witness that and discover it, you will likely not feel content, and you will be inspired to take some kind of action and a leap of faith here. All right, from the spirit animal deck I don't know the name of, I asked what spirit animal is here in support of Libra for the Mercury retrograde, and you have, wow, white stag protector. What a gorgeous card. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Magician. Yes, you're all about blessing your own life. You're going for whatever it is you're going for, and congratulations. From the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, I asked, how is love loving you, Libra, through the retrograde? And you have actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. Yeah. Tap into your really vast Venus love energy and charge whatever you are up to next with just that kind of love. Let your intuition lead the way. Bring your magic into the here and the now. It is a blessing. Thank you for watching the video. Do hit the like button and make sure to check out the daily messages here on the channel. It's deeply appreciated. Namaste.